What's up, people? Welcome to the full comprehensive review of the Soundcore Live 2 TWS earphones by Anker. I have already made a detailed unboxing video about this product with hands-on experience and overview, so do check it out from this card. For now, let's dive straight into this one. So these TWS earphones were launched in India a few months back in around August of 2020, and I have been using them since almost that time. Let me tell you if they are worth your money or not, considering that they cost about 3,500 rupees on Flipkart. I will talk about the main thing, that is the sound quality in these TWS earphones, during the end part of this video after the pros and cons, where I will also play some microphone samples of these earphones for you to judge. First, let's talk about what is good about these earphones before I tell you their cons. Build quality. These are a solid pair of TWS earphones. The case feels strong and sturdy and has a nice weight to it that screams good quality. And the earphones themselves, they are quite nice as well. Although the case and the earphones are completely made of plastic, they don't really feel cheap or bad quality. I have dropped these earphones several times till now and they have not suffered any damage at all. I have also dropped the case once on a tiled floor, and apart from a scuff mark that was not permanent, there was no damage whatsoever. Fit. Man, once you get the right size of ear tip and ear wings attached, let me tell you, they are not going out of your ear even if you shake your head like an animal. Whether they are comfortable, well, I'll tell you about that when I tell you their cons. Accessories and options. Now this is a nice thing about these earphones, that come with so many options in terms of ear tips and ear wings that no matter what size or shape your ear is, you are almost certain that you will get the fit you want. They also come with a pretty nice Type-C cable in the box that till now is working quite nicely. Battery life on the earbuds themselves. Let me tell you that the battery life on these earphones is just phenomenal. Remember, I did not say the battery on the case. I will talk about the battery on the case in the cons part of this video because it is not what it is advertised to be. But as for the earphones, they claim to last for 8 hours, and man, they do. Not only do they last for 8 hours of playback continuously, but sometimes they even last for about 10 hours if you listen on a low volume. So you won't really have to worry about them running out of charge if you took them out of the case in the morning and then forgot the case at home. Charging speed. So you forgot to keep your earphones in the case at night? No problem. These charge so fast in the case that you can just put them in there for about 10 minutes or so and you can listen to your stuff for about 1 to 2 hours straight. The case, however, takes a long time to get fully charged when out of battery. Looks and design. There are some TWS earphones out there with fancy LEDs and lights and colors, but after about 10 minutes or so, they become obnoxious to the eye. But these ones have this low profile stealthy black color design and only a single white color discrete LED on the earphones that completely shuts off when you are listening to something, so that the light doesn't make people around you stare at your ears. It is not the case when you are on a call, however, as that point will be covered under cons. The LED on the earbuds flashes red when they have a low battery. Controls. This is one thing that I like about any TWS earphones: traditional button controls rather than finicky touch ones. I mean, if done right, then touch controls can be good, but mostly they are not. So I prefer these physical buttons on TWS earphones. You can control everything with the buttons in these earphones except for the volume, which for me is not that big of a deal, but maybe for some of you. You can play and pause music with a single press, activate the assistant with a double press, and go to the next or previous track by long pressing the left or the right button in their respective earbuds. Mono mode. Yep, you can easily just use a single earphone and leave the other one in the case. If you are using both of them and then in the middle of the track you put one in the case, you will not notice any delay between it switching the audio from stereo to mono mode. Water resistance. Yep, these earphones are water resistant as well. They have an IPX5 water resistant rating, which means you can easily wear them in rain or even in your shower without worrying about them getting damaged. mic quality. Now, they don't have the best mic in this price segment by any means, but for the most part, it is pretty nice. The mic in these earphones can really pick up your voice clearly even if you're speaking in a low volume, given that you are in a quiet place. Even in a noisy environment, they do a good job of picking up your voice, but you will have to speak a bit loudly, and the person on the other end is almost always able to listen to your background noise, even though they claim to have a noise cancelling mic. But considering that they are on par with most of the TWS in this price range, I would say it's not a deal breaker. I will play some mic samples after I tell you about their cons. So these were almost all the nice things about these TWS earphones, but man, they do have many cons and they can certainly be big deal breakers for many people, so pay attention to what I'll you next. Comfort and long usage. This is an area I really feel might be a deal breaker for some people. After about a couple of hours or so, or even before that, you start to notice a slight pain in your ears, mainly because of the weight and shape of these earphones. They are small, but they are a bit chunky, so they do protrude out of your ear a bit. I have tried many TWS earphones, including some Boat ones and AirPods and Realme Buds as well, but the ear pain was only experienced using these Soundcore ones. Of course, they could be this heavy due to the large battery in them and their chunky nature, but nonetheless, it is a major con. Carrying and mobility. The earbuds are small on their own, but man, the case is thick. This is till now the heaviest and biggest TWS case I have used, and this is by no means pocketable. I mean, just look at this. You just can't fit this in your jeans pocket or any pocket for that matter without it looking super weird. You have to have a bag or something if you are planning to carry them around. Also, they will not satisfy your single hand fidgeting needs. I mean, unlike the AirPods case, which is just too good to fidget open and close with a single hand and the quite nice snapping sound, these require two hands to open the case unless you want to do some finger gymnastics. Connectivity. They do have Bluetooth 5 in them, but man, they also have the problem that almost every TWS earphone has. Although the normal connectivity in an open area isn't a problem, but when you put one or two thick walls between them and the device, the sound starts to cut off. Now, that essentially is a problem of Bluetooth tech itself, but some companies manage to make it almost not noticeable with their technology inside them, but not these TWS earphones. One more thing that I really feel is a problem is that if you use these while sleeping and then sleep like this, then one of the sides just completely cuts off sometimes, which is really very irritating, especially when you are almost lost in your blissful music during the night. Battery life on the case. Now here is a huge one. They advertise to have 100 hours of battery with the case, but that is just not true. I ordered these earphones and during my first week, the case and earphones lasted for about 65 hours combined on a full charge. I thought it was a problem with my unit, so I got it replaced. But even on the new unit that I have been using for so many months now, I only ever get between 62 to 70 hours maximum with the case and earphones on a fully charge. I have measured the battery life for several weeks and never has it lasted for 100 or even more than 70 hours. Now, even 70 hours with the case is damn impressive in terms of battery life, but the fact that they advertise 100 hours and then provide 70, it is kind of a huge problem. The case and the earphones flash red LED lights when they have a low battery, but you will not see that quite often because of the nice battery life. Despite the false advertising, the earphones and case can easily last you for an entire week without having to charge the case even if you listen to these for 10 hours each day. LED on the case. Now there is only one light on the case. That means that you will only know the battery status on the case when it has a low battery and flashes a red light. You cannot find out whether the case has 50% battery or 30% battery, and if you rely on such indicators on cases to pick a time to plug in your charger in your TWS earphones, then you are out of luck. You only know when the case is full, and red light only comes when the case is at about 20 or 15% battery. So if you sleep at night thinking the case has a decent amount of battery and need to leave early for somewhere in the morning, and suddenly the case flashes red, that can make you super angry and mad if they become your only pair of earphones, as they take a damn long time to charge too due to the big battery. LEDs while on call or in a meeting. Now this annoys me quite a lot. I mentioned earlier that the light don't flash when you are listening to your stuff, but man do they go haywire and annoy the crap out of you when you are on a call or in a virtual meeting. Let me show you what I mean. So these LEDs just keep blinking rapidly when you attend a call or a virtual meeting with them. The LEDs also blink this way when you are just using the mic in these earphones, maybe to record something. So these blinking LEDs technically means the mic is in use. Now, it may not bother some people, but when you are out and about in public, people do stare at your ears continuously, flashing white light, and you get some weird looks. Also, these lights can suck the battery so fast. I mean, although they claim to last 8 hours on a normal content usage, but if you are on a call where these LEDs are continuously flashing non-stop, then that does suck out the battery so much faster and is a very bad thing personally. I mean, even a simple option to toggle this functionality off would be so good, which brings me to my next point. No app support. Now, most Soundcore products have app support where you can change the equalizer settings and other things like what the buttons would do, how the lights will flash, and all that, but these ones are not compatible with that app. Even if Soundcore just makes them compatible with the app just to change that stupid blinking LED during the call, I would be so happy. Some of you might say that I was just nitpicking with these cons, but they can really be a deal breaker for a lot of people. Now let's talk about the main thing you buy earphones for: sound quality. They provide just the sound you expect to listen at this price point. If you are a bass head who loves boomy and punchy bass that sends vibrations down the neck, then don't even consider these. They kinda have a V-shaped sound signature, which means you can listen to all parts of the song or audio quite clearly, and the midtones, the highs and the vocals are all very nice and clear and distinguishable, while having a nice rumbly low end, which I actually like. They do have nice reproduction of bass and you will notice it, but not the punchy and boomy bass, but rather a kind of low rumbly bass. So if you like that, then these are great. But if you are that boomy and punchy kind of a bass head, then nope, do not consider these. They do not distort even on full volume and maintain a nice audio signature at any volume level, and if you like to play with your equalizer settings, you can definitely get them to sound very close to some even 10,000 rupees TWS earphones. That simply means that in terms of sound quality, they will not disappoint you. You will hear parts of the songs that you never did before with these if you used bad quality earphones before, or earphones which unnecessarily exaggerates bass. Since I don't have a proper mic right now, I can't play the sound samples without compromising the quality, but let me tell you that if you like to hear all frequencies in your music and are not too big on boomy bass, then these will not disappoint you. And as I said during the start of the video, here are the microphone samples. Here is the voice recording in the Soundcore TWS earphones with the fan running at full speed. You can judge how the mic quality is for yourself. Here is the sound recording from the Soundcore Live.2 TWS earphones in a completely silent room. You can judge for yourself how the mic quality is. Here is the voice recording in the Soundcore TWS earphones in a noisy environment. You can judge how the mic quality is for yourself. So now you can judge the mic quality for yourself, And since I have told you almost everything about these earphones in detail, including all the pros and cons, I think you can make your decision whether you want to buy them or not. I will leave the link to them in the description below. That was pretty much it for this video. I will consistently make more such tech videos in the future, including unboxing and reviews and news and updates about the tech world and my opinions on various tech related things. So do subscribe to the channel for that and stay tuned for future content. Till then, like this video, share it and tell me in the comments below what product you are thinking about purchasing, and if possible I will make a detailed review of that product too. Thanks for watching and stay safe.